Okay, so this week for the Project Mustang GT, as you may have seen on last episode that I posted, the wing had cracked, and so I was in search for a new wing, and I wanted one that matched Oxford white that I didn't have to paint, and I came across this car actually before I got my other GT out of the auction, and so with that, I was messaging this guy on and off. He wasn't really interested in selling parts. He finally came around and said that he would, and so I packed everything up and we went down to Las Vegas. Now, the last time I had spoken with this guy about coming down was saying that I would come down on Friday. And so Friday came, I let him know that I was coming down around 2 o'clock, and as you can see in these messages, he just was not responding to me at all. Not even up until 7 p.m. So I was getting pretty frustrated, wondering if he was going to no-show me or not sell me the parts, anything like that. So anyway, we ran down to pick a part on our way in there, and we only had 15 minutes until they were closing when we showed up. And I was just running, looking at all the Mustangs, seeing if there was anything that I would need for the project car. And to my surprise, at the very last minute, I found the steering wheel, the exact steering wheel that I was looking for, and I'll tell you the story, what happened. Okay, one of the biggest scores ever for it is I found this steering wheel in pick-apart, and it had is the exact brown that I wanted. It had the factory all brown stitching on the outside, and it had this really thick cover over it. So when I peeled it back, I thought it was like mint condition underneath here. So I pulled the steering wheel, and I couldn't believe it when I got to the front to pay for it. They would not let me keep the airbag, and I was pretty upset about that. It's like, I don't know, it came across as if like maybe they know how much the airbags sell for, and so they want to strip them from you there and then sell them. Maybe it's a liability, I don't know, but I hadn't heard of that, and I said, what happens if someone comes in here looking for an airbag? And they just kind of shrugged their shoulders, so I don't know if I got taken on that or if they really can't sell the airbag, but it's too bad. But I really don't need one. The car has one. And also on this, you need a puller to get the steering wheel off. So what I did was I just dropped the whole steering column and disconnected it, because I literally got there at 23 after, and they were closing it a half hour after into that hour. So I was booking it, and I just dropped the whole column. But then, of course, they charged me for the whole column instead of just the steering wheel. And so, you know, I understood that, but I was trying to explain to them, well, you need a puller to get it off, so what am I supposed to do? And they're like, you're supposed to go get a puller then. So it is what it is. I paid about 80 bucks for that steering wheel, and I had bought the kit to rewrap it for, you know, 60 or whatever it was. So for $20 more, because I'll return the old one, I got the exact steering wheel I want, factory stitched, good condition. So I'm pretty excited about it. So since we still hadn't heard back from this guy, we ran over to Midnight Mayhem to watch a few of the races, and it was really cool. They had a good turnout, especially by the Voodoo team, who does a lot with Terminators, and so I did a few clips on that to share as well in this series. Hey guys, Danny Johnson here, and we're down at Las Vegas Motor Speedway for Midnight Mayhem. I'm here seeing one of my favorite cars. This is my Taxi, and he's a big turbo automatic running around the 8-second quarter-mile range. We have some of the other Voodoo cars here, Black Betty and Frankie and his wife, and she just ran a 744 not long ago in the quarter mile, so super fast Cobras, and we're just enjoying the night out here, picking up some parts for the project car, and just getting ready to watch a good show.
Tell you how fast this guy is. Urging to create another cover of another night here. Good. Very easy.
Parachute, nice.
Illinois number 2. Speaking of Rachel Yee, who I believe last time they were out here, ran a 747. Oh, Javier Chavez over there in the Taxi, the yellow Mustang. 2004 Cobra, sponsored by Voodoo Racing Innovation. I like that. Of course, Rachel faster.
Oh, broken axle. So then we saw this guy wheel hop pretty bad and snap a half shaft, so we went and found him in the parking lot after they towed this car out, and I showed him some of the videos I have on removing the half shaft, and got under there and saw that it would definitely snapped. And so anyway, right as he was looking that all over, that's when we finally got word back from the other guy that we could in fact come look at that parts car. And I was getting a little upset because this guy who had pretty much no-showed me for the whole day, finally starts talking to me, and then he starts being pretty pushy. What time are you coming? I said, I'm on my way. Okay, where are you at? And I was just kind of like, oh my gosh, this guy was ignoring me all day. I could see that he was seeing my messages, because it shows the check mark and it shows their picture showing that they saw it. So I knew that he was seeing my messages all day and then still ignoring me. And so, now he's being pretty pushy, but I didn't care. I just needed to get over and get that car and see if there were any parts I could get off it. So we showed up, and sure enough, the car was there. It was Oxford white. It was what we needed. And he explained that he was kind of upset that some other people had come looking for parts and really tore the car around. And, we're stealing parts off it and being really weird. So that's why he was so reluctant to have us actually come and do anything. But we did eventually start pulling parts and made a deal with him and pulled a whole bunch of stuff from it. Kind of hard to see here, but we pulled that fender off parts car here. And the door, and the wing, and the taillights. So got the fender here, the new door, Mach 1 chin spoiler. That's pretty much what we came for. Got the taillights, and here's the rear wing on the deck lid. Just decided to take it all. So anyway, that's where we are here in North Las Vegas getting this. Okay, so it's really looking like a scrapyard in here now. We got our new trunk and wing. Still have the hood that we had. Still have the old bumper. Old wing. Okay, and then here's our new door that's Oxford white. Old panel that's good condition, but it was matched at some point. It's an aftermarket panel. New Oxford white panel. And yeah, so now I'm gonna basically do this all over again and go pull off the fender and the doors and put on the Oxford white ones that'll match better. Okay, so we have a few parts in here. These are gonna be the new floor mats and the new carpet. So I'm really excited to put that in. That'll make a big difference on the interior of the car. So super excited for that. Also got my new set of taillights too, because the one on the right hand side is starting to turn black because it has condensation getting in, and it's actually been that way since I owned it. So anyway, a nice new set of taillights are gonna go in too. So the next morning had a very successful day. Even though I was really tired, we got the new carpet out. We set it out in the sun, as the instructions were kind of saying. Got it all warmed up and pulled the old carpet. I made an install video on that you can see on the channel as well. And I didn't get around to any body panels today, so that'll be coming the next week. We'll go back to the Oxford white panels that we now have. The steering wheel, we'll use a puller and pull that off, make a video on that. And just put on the chin spoiler, the Mach 1 chin spoiler, that kind of thing. So I'll leave you here with a little before and after on this carpet and interior. This was the day that I actually got the car home and started cleaning into it. The previous owner had all this trash left behind. It was disgusting and it was filthy. So now it's definitely better with the new carpet. And so here it is with the new GT floor mats and the new carpet. It was hard to drop the $200 for the carpet and the $100 for the mats, but this car really deserved it. I felt bad for everything that's been through, and being called a flood car, I really don't think it should have been classified as a flood car. Thank goodness nothing really went wrong with it. But anyway, the carpet came out really clean. I'm very satisfied with it. I think I will do a review video on it though, because there was a little more trimming than I was expecting. But anyway, thanks for watching, and let me know if you have any questions.